Hello all, welcome to another mail call. Uh, Two packages. This is from Culture Fly. I like to see what this is. Hopefully this is the pin that they owe me from the one Batman box that I didn't get. Let's see what it is. Uh, well, they sent me the wrong pin. They sent me Starfire's pin again. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna even bother. I'll just keep the goddamn pin. And now, this this should have been sent in a box, not a bag and a bag and a bag. Because I can tell you off the bat, my postman had to bend this to fit this in my mailbox. So let's see if these are creased in any way, shape, or form. These are 4 magazines. Haven't heard back from the Automobilia guy. The non-magazine number 6. The non-magazine number 7. The non-magazine number 8. And the non-magazine number 9. I have non-magazine number 5 coming in the mail. When I get that, I'll have the whole magazine run finished. So I'm going to be doing a video run for that series, because I'll have that whole series done. And I think I'm going to start trying to finish off that run of comics. I didn't win the Incredible Hulk glass that was on eBay. After shipping, it sold for like over $90. And I was like, price guide I had listed it max thing at $50. So it went for over double. The most expensive glass in that series is Spider-Woman. Next expensive glass is Spider-Man. And then the 3 of them are tied are Hulk, Thor, and Captain America. So it's like, you know, I need 2 to finish my set, Spider-Woman and Hulk. And it's like, I'm not paying a lot of money for Hulk, because he's not even one of the hard ones to get. Because believe it or not, he was actually a mass-produced Glass because of the Hulk television series. Good, I took all the price tags off, so I'll just... And this is to my wife, so there she got some stuff in the mail. I'm bummed out at the news of Neal Adams passing away. I was so pumped to meet him. I was hoping to meet him this year. Now that's not going to happen. Because I shared a birthday with him. Me and him were both born on June 15th, except he was, I think, 39 years older than me. Or is it 29 years older than me? I don't even remember. But I was born in 71, and I think he was born in 41. He did a lot of good for the comic community, and he wasn't afraid to speak his mind. You know, especially when Superman broke Zod's neck, he spoke up. He spoke up about, you know, comics should be made for kids. You know, he got Siegel and Schuster back on, you know, Superman when they tried taking their name off of it. He did a lot for the Siegel and Schuster families. Al Anthony and my godson Christopher got to meet him. I wish my back wasn't bothering me that day. At least I got some of his comic books. It bums me out that George Perez is dying. I look at the last couple years, you know, I know everybody dies, but, you know, it sort of sucks, because like I keep saying, what are we leaving this world with? You know, Neal Adams tried making it better. And I don't see a lot of these other artists making this world better. I see him, you know, making this world a freaking mess. You know, I just don't know what to do anymore. I get condemned for speaking my mind and saying, you know, they should go back to how comics were back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, for everybody. You can still, you know, you can still do stuff. You know, white, and you shouldn't just change a character because people want him to be black or want him to be gay. Create your own characters, you know, or do a different universe timeline. Just don't. But oh, you're a racist. You're anti-homophobic. No, I'm not. I just think if that the person who created the people wanted them that way. If they wanted them the way they were, they would have done them that way. That's how I feel. I just think that if, you know, it was that, they would have been done that way. That's like, okay, if you're gonna make Black Panther, you know, he was made a black man. You're gonna make him a white Caucasian? No. But what happens if somebody did? You gonna get ticked off because he's Black Panther? Just what happens if down the road that whites are the minorities? Lo and hope, forbid, say 300 years from now, the blacks are the minorities. To say that say out of a race of 27 trillion people, there's only 1 million whites, and we're the thing. What will happen then? Food for thought. It's just, you know, to me, you know, this really woke society is, to me, it's a joke. because you're so fast to put down other people's rights to support your own. It's hypocritical thinking. You should respect another person's rights while respecting your own, is the basic rule. I understand you want to get married. Fine, you should get married. But if that church doesn't want to get you married, find a church that will. If that bakery doesn't want to bake your cake, find a bakery that does. There's more than one bakery in town. There's, that's the way I look at it. Like when I had my graduation, my church didn't want me having my graduation party at my church. My priest was like, "Oh, my insurance." But here's the funny thing about it. They wouldn't let me have my graduation party there. He said it was an insurance policy. We can't have gatherings. But the following week, he had a wedding there. Of course, the person donated more money to the church. So my uncle, I actually had my graduation party at my uncle's church, up on top of the hill, which is 1 block away, at the Russian Orthodox Church, not the Greek Orthodox Church. And my cousin Sonny was very upset because he belonged to my church, and he was very upset at our priest. He actually was telling the priest that he was going to pull his funding from the church. And I told my cousin, I said, just let it go. And I was like, it's not worth getting all upset over. Father Steve, all he cares about is donations. All he gives a crap about is the bottom line, the dollar signs. And I said, when it comes time to him, he goes up to see St. Peter. St. Peter's going to look at him and say, you didn't care about your parishioners, He's got that mark on him, especially for a man of God. And I said, just look at it that way. And my cousin was like, good point. He told me I was a better person for thinking that way. And I'm like, well, you have to. But I ended up having my graduation at a different church. And people came, and we had fun. And another story about this, the priest, my priest, who wouldn't have, towards the end, he ended up going sort of senile. And he actually, a cousin of ours died. And he came out and he was ranting. And he told them that it's good to suffer before you die. And I think I told this story before, and I told him when he came looking for my mom the one day. And I heard this story, and I told him, I said, you're supposed to be a man of God. You're supposed to show compassion. And I told him, I said, it's never good to tell some family members that are in grief that it's good to suffer before you die. I told him, I said, if that's the case, you should suffer before you die and see how you like it. And to this day, I still feel bad because I think I gave him the whammy. He ended up having a stroke, and he suffered for weeks before he died. But karma, call it God's will. But that's the perfect example of things. I couldn't have it there. Go to another place, and just I tried I talked to him, and he didn't want nothing to do with it. So I'm like, okay, fine. I bounced around. The Bible says, I don't have to go to church to pray to God. God's everywhere. It'd be nice. I used to go to this one church in Bloomsburg. I thought it was great. I used to come in, the guy used to hug me, shake my hand. Until the one day I found out, well, my stepdaughter, invited his daughter to spend the night. I found out the guy didn't like us. Oh, my parents don't like your parents. And I found out didn't like us because of Amber, because Amber was a troubled child and he didn't believe that we were good people because of her. And I was like, wow, Two-Face. So we quit going there. I was like, I can't, because every time he hugged me, I felt it was like Judas hugging me. And I was like, wow. I was like, I just couldn't turn the other cheek there. I was like, every time he hugged me, my hair would stand up on my thing. I just couldn't. I wanted to say something. And finally, the one day I took the pastor aside and I told him, I said, listen, I'm just not coming here anymore. Me and my wife and my family are not. I said, I found out Mike, your greeter and your right-hand man, doesn't like us. And he goes, well, how do you know that? I said, because we asked his daughter and his daughter told us. And I said, I don't appreciate finding God out. And I go, to find that out and he, hugs us and greets us, and to find out that, he comes across like that, I go, to me, that's just Two-Face. I go, I can't abide that. So I said, we're not coming here anymore. And priest was like, I understand. And the funny thing is, he's still there because my wife's friend ended up joining that church, and she don't particularly care for him either. And I'm like, yeah, he's something. Found out that he's sort of like that everywhere. He puts on a nice facade, but I'm like, I come out and just say blatantly what's on my mind most of the time. I'm just like, I just can't deal with it. Like this morning, my daughter just ticked me off, and I just told her exactly what was on my mind. And I was like, did you do it? No. I had to smack you upside your head. I just told her, I said, I'm just tired. I said, you guys just keep procrastinating. I said, it's been a month. I go, if you guys don't do it by the end of this week, you're going to lose it. And I go, there's no need for it. But, yeah, I get in trouble for speaking my mind a lot. Especially for a lot of stuff. Because, like, I'm the type of person that if I know something's got to get done, I try to do it as soon as possible. Because get it over with, and you have time to. But a lot of times, I need help. I mean, stuff around this house sits because I can't do it alone. And that's what kills me. But see, I'm losing my track of what I was saying, what I was doing. The world's a messed up place. I know my dogs are all going nuts. Today is garbage day. Every Monday is garbage day. I got a lot of stuff they're putting up on the buy sell trade thing on Facebook. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I want to start doing it. I got boxes upon boxes of stuff. I got the actual sort stuff. I still have to go through. I started sorting more stuff. I have to go upstairs and start putting stuff away again. I started doing that. Got to do an update on my attic. My dad's supposed to come down one day. Don't know when. Haven't heard from Stanley since his grandma died. Like I said, the last 2 years have been bad. Like I said, Neil Adams, Roger Moore, my idol Neil Peart from Rush. It's just bad. But God bless all of you who watch my videos. I hope all your years are going good. God bless you all. And as always, thank you guys for viewing and subscribing. King Joe out.